folks, William the Bastard here. I want to talk about deregulating the regulators, putting power in place to police all forms of authority. We need to do something about the over-legislation and legal entrapments that are set up to ensnare the average civilian. We need to start forming a council, multi-state, various people, various classes assigned to this task, just like jury duty is chosen for a trial. Appointed people that are qualified, yet at the same time, maybe not necessarily enthusiastic about this task. People that will do this job well and call into accountability those responsible for the overregulation of the citizens of the United States of America. The constitutional infringements are way beyond anything our forefathers' worst nightmares would have provided them. We are in such a way, the average citizen is bound to have some legal trouble, whether you get too many speeding tickets, whatever have you. There's always something you are potentially at legal risk for. Some people have lawyers on prepaid plan. That must be nice to have that kind of thing. I can respect that. However, this is just capitalizing on a system that is weakened and crippled. And these people that are capitalizing on the system and making life harder for everybody else need to be held accountable for their crimes as well. Let's give definition to an actual crime. What defines a crime? What defines criminality? In my way of thinking, mercilessly and unreasonably, without any reason whatsoever, victimizing another human being, a fellow citizen of your state, your country, your community, is definitely criminal. When you victimize somebody in a physical manner, or you overpower somebody against their will, this defines a crime, in my perspective thinking. Criminality has been expanded to average exercising of American rights. And people that speak out and now call criminals and terrorists in our nation. And they're passing legislation into effect right now as we speak to ensure that if anybody like myself or you becomes a problem, we can be dealt with without any constitutional or bill of rights recognition whatsoever. We need to regulate the regulators. We need a civilian council, a citizens council, to police the police, to police the court system. We need to overturn the over-legislation of our country and give people back their sense of responsibility to conduct themselves in a good conduct, in a good fashion, toward each other and toward situations. This country is an angry country, and it's always been an angry country. People are angry here. They always have been. Without anger, we would not be here right now. We would not be enjoying the properties that we own and rent. We would not enjoy the liberties that are so fastly slipping away from us without anger and wrath. America is an angry people. We're an angry nation. We have an attitude problem, and we're violent. We have periods in our history that, in our short history, that would rival some of the situations in Europe with their distinct brand of violence over there. During the Indian Wars and frontier days, there was such barbarity that it made some situations in the Middle Ages look humanitarian. We are violent people. This country does not need anger management. If you get angry because people fuck with you, that is a natural reaction. Don't let people infuse you with the idea that you're psychologically fucked up and need therapy or medication just because you're an angry person and you are a reactive person toward threatening situations that compromise your decent life. This country does not need anger management. It needs depussification class. People that are putting these laws in that classify assault as something that's actually not. I knew a dude that was in prison for 9 months for telling his wife to pipe down because he had prior domestic violence. This is horseshit, people. We need depussification, not anger management. Be proud, be American, be angry, get pissed off, get road rage. Try not to hurt anybody without a damn good reason. And keep that humanitarian thought in your mind. Keep the old West attitude that is still lingering in some of us out there. That the liberty to say, fuck you, you're wrong, and I don't like it, and don't be afraid to make a statement. I can't describe to you the amount of pussification this country has went through in the last 20 years. In the 90s, 2 people could fist fight, and it wasn't a big deal as long as nobody was brutalized too bad. Most parties went away without legal repercussions. You can't even defend your damn home now without being criminalized and held accountable in a court of law and fined. And I would like to know what a person's supposed to do in a situation where their home is, their family is threatened. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to say fuck the law. I'm not going to react the way humans have reacted for 3,000 to 38,000 years. And that is with a fuck you too attitude. And that makes me a violent, angry person. And the people that think that can go get fucked as well. And perhaps we should demonstrate to you what real violence is. Take you to places in the Middle East and abroad. And allow you to see how they treat their women and how their liberties are subject to heavy regulation. We are heading this direction, folks, where women and children will be nothing more than a marketable enterprise and another commodity to be bought and sold. As the economy fails, don't think that the long-standing moral laws of our nation are going to be taken into account, as many of them are broken every day anyway, despite mandates that may exist against it. Liberate yourself. Free your mind first. And free your family. Free your friends. Free your neighbors. Free your community. Free your world. Let's get together and police the police.